Hey guys, so for this video, I've read a new book called The Tattooist of Auschwitz, and it was written by Heather Morris. And one of the important thing about this book was that so I didn't read much about this book before I started reading, and it's about, obviously from the name, like it was about an event from Auschwitz, and I didn't realize it was this book was actually based on true incidents. Like I found that when I was reading the afterword and the author's note, like in the end of the book. And until then, I had no idea it was like based on true events. And this book is basically about like uh, a guy who actually fell in love with a girl in Auschwitz and them trying to make it out of the prison and trying to set up a life after that. And what I thought about this book was that the one thing that I really liked about the book was that it was it seemed really real. Like the author described the scenes pretty vividly, and the author had made sure that she got a lot of facts right. So when this was when I didn't know that this was actually based on true events, I was like, how how much did the author actually read into these stuff to actually like make a proper description of a scene in a fictional way, because she had to make it all up, is what I thought. I was like, oh, she's really really good. But when I found out that it was actually based on true events, like I kind of understood. But I'm not trying to take the credit away from the author, but like it probably still took an effort, because she said that she had to make some characters and she had to delete some characters from the actual story and all of that to build her own fictional fantasy here. But overall, like, but I don't remember her disclosing like what character she had to make up and what she didn't. So it was a really good read. And the one thing that I kind of didn't, I was just not able to believe was that, so the main character, who whose name is Lale in the book, and then in the real life as well, but his actual name is like Ludwig Sokolov something. I think I butchered it, but maybe. The thing was that he seems to have a really good luck, because he gets caught multiple times, I think twice in the camp, and then he still makes it out alive. And I would imagine that the guards would be really really strict with others, like from the book. And but he seems to get a good luck every single time, but that's probably because of the position that he was able to secure in the camp. And but overall the book was really really good. It was really interesting because a lot of people were involved in this book. And the book, I just, the author also said that she had to remove a lot of things from the actual story, but a lot of details and all of that. But I really thought that some of the some of the settings in the book, like some of the parts of the book, some parts of the book could have used more explanation. Like for example, let's say they did something in this way, but I was not able to, like, I kind of understand this, what there would have been a circumstance where it has to be done that way. But I was hope like I was just like hoping she could have explained it more, like oh, in this period this was the circumstance, so they just didn't have any other way to do that. And so this is why they had to do it in this way, and blah blah blah, things like that. So overall the book was really good. I would suggest anyone to go read it. And there's also a part two of the book, which is based on another character which was from this book. And I'm not sure if I'm gonna read that book like right away, because I'm trying to read 48 Laws of Power at this moment. But yeah, but I'll definitely get into that book. And the one thing that is important for me was that this to read a fictional book is really not my thing. And then I just wanted to give it a try to see like how good fictional books can be. And this one was actually quite good. I enjoyed reading it. And some of the times I was like, oh, I need to find out like what's gonna happen to the main characters of the book. And it was a good book, and the way it ended also was like quite nice. And I just didn't realize it was like it was actually like a historical fiction. and which was it was well written, but I felt like at some parts they could have given more explanation. But I would give this book like 7 out of 10 for me personally, at least. This, but because the characters from the book, they were like well described. Like, you would, it's like when you see people and you can identify certain people with certain qualities, and I think the author did a really good job with trying to describe a character enough that you can easily decipher their intentions, but it was not explicitly said. So I kind of like that about the characters and the way it was described. But I was just hoping that she would have explained the circumstance more as well for the main characters and the period in which it was. So, yeah, that's about it. Thank you for watching. See ya.